Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
All right, guys, welcome back to No Explanation Needed. It's me, Wiggy Smalls, here. Joining me over there is my buddy Kyle, like always. What's up, Kyle?
It's your favorite co-host, Kyle Norton, K Norty Fresh. It's gonna stick.
Yeah,
it's gonna stick.
It's not gonna stick, brother.
Stick.
But you can try all you want.
Yeah, I think K Norty Fresh sounds just as good as Wiggy Smalls any day.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway, man, how's your week been? It's been a
Good
long week for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, it's been going great. I got to try out my new fly fishing stuff. Went decently well. I didn't catch anything, but honestly, the tough part is learning how to actually cast. And to be honest, I think I did a really good job.
My father-in-law made his kids, my wife included, practice in the yard for hours on casting a fly rod before they would go.
Hey,
Is it that hard?
Me and Wes went outside in my front yard and we tried to cast. I didn't have a fly on and I could not cast for anything. It was really tough. Yeah. Once I put a fly on, I went up underneath Brighton. There's, some creeks in that area, and went up there and started casting, and honestly I did a pretty good job. The problem is just whenever there's any trees around, like behind you, you get it stuck. I probably got it stuck 30 times. It was really, really unfortunate.
And there's nothing worse than getting your fishing line caught in a tree.
I had to tie my line so many times. It was really frustrating, but honestly, for a first time, I'd call it a success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tempting for me to buy one now.
Hey, I also went out and spent the money and got some waders as well. So in the future, when it's colder, I'll be ready, buddy. I'll be ready.
Sounds good. Well, I'm gonna have to tell you about a story that happened to me this weekend or this week.
Is it good? Is it funny?
I mean, it's tragic for me. It's why my week seems long.
All right, let's hear it.
So I had COVID-19. I recovered from it like a month ago.
Yeah.
A little less than a month ago. And these plasma donation centers are offering a good deal for your plasma if you're a COVID recoverer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just for testing purposes?
Yeah.
Or what's going on?
They can use plasma in the new development of,
Sure.
I don't know, medications or whatever. So they're offering for your first 2 times of donating plasma $400.
Stop.
I was like,
you're rich, brother.
And I was like, I'm going to do it. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law did it, and they were like, yeah, it was easy. And so I go in and kind of pumped for it. I'm like, this can't be that hard, right? Just stick a needle in your arm. I thought maybe you would be there for 10 minutes doing it. It was like a 3-hour...
Stop.
No. Not the process was 3 hours, but I was sitting there filling out paperwork, a questionnaire. Have you ever had sex with another man? Have you ever had a tattoo? Just all the...
Wait, why does that have to be a question?
Because HIV and diseases and stuff.
Well, can't they just ask if you have diseases or HIV?
That's what I thought. But they did. They say, do you have HIV? Have you had sex with a man? Have you ever...
Right.
I don't know why that was a question. Maybe... I was like, what are they? Okay. Anyway, it was like 100 questions, literally, that I had to answer about.
Dude, there's nothing worse than that. I hate that.
And so I was like, are you okay?
Was it paperwork or
no? It was on a computer.
That's better,
yeah.
But still not fun.
Anyway, I finished that. Then you have to do a quick physical with a nurse just to make sure you're healthy enough to donate. And I told her, I'm like, I ate a bowl of cereal and an orange this morning.
Did you wait?
No, they didn't. Like, you're
okay.
fine. She's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And I wasn't even nervous. I just thought it was going to be quick. Mm-hmm. They take me back there. They get the needle stuck in my arm. Blood starts flowing in the machine. And it does that for like 2-3 minutes. And then it will shoot the blood back into you without the plasma or whatever. They take the plasma.
Okay.
I felt fine for the first 10 minutes.
Did you pass out?
No. Okay, almost. And all of a sudden, my stomach got so nauseous. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, how long? I had to donate like 889 milliliters. And I was at like 300. And my legs started burning. I felt like they were on fire. And I was nauseous. And then I was staring at these big windows. And it just started going bright. Like, when you pass out, it feels like it's going dark.
Right. So you thought you were dead.
I thought I was dying, dude.
You were seeing
I was seeing
angel.
the light. Everything was blurry. I saw the light. It was going blurry. The windows were so bright. That's all I could see. I was yelling this nurse's name. Not yelling. I was like, Alex. I didn't even know if his name was Alex. I just kept saying Alex. Eventually, he came over. He's like, "Are you okay? You okay?" I was like, "I am about to die." I think I just said pass out. And he's like, "Okay. It comes on quick. It comes on quick." I was like, "What do you mean it comes on quick?" And then he turned off the machine, and he was like, "It will go away quick, though. I promise. I promise." And he like put a cold pack on my neck and the back of my neck, the front and back, and like injected me with some IV just to get fluids back into me. And eventually, I came back pretty fast, like 20, 30 seconds, and I was coming back. But it was a weird feeling, dude. And I felt like such a baby because everybody else is there just fine. And this 7-year-old man is sitting there donating, not a worry in the world. And I'm sitting there.
They affect us different ways, man.
I know. And then the nurse comes over because they have to get me to, I donated 331 milliliters, which they said is usable. So I still was good. And she's like, "Oh, not you. Usually my big, strong men do just fine." So she rubbed it in my face, dude. Anyway.
Oh, well.
I'm going to go back.
Rate, what was worse? Doing that or getting the COVID test up in your brain?
That was, COVID was so annoying for 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, see, when I did it, I've done it twice. And when I did it the second time, it was irritating me the rest of the day.
Really?
Yeah, because, dude, I guess it's where they hit, right? Because, I mean, they're putting it up their nose. They don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
And, it's hit my head. It could have, gone and hit my butt.
It literally feels like they're shoving an 800-degree needle up your nose.
Right.
It burns.
Yeah, mine hurt for a long time, honestly. It didn't hurt, but when you laugh when you're drinking a soda or whatever, and it goes through your nose and it kind of just bugs you the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. Yeah.
I would say this was
maybe worse.
This wasn't horrible. I would not want to go back and experience the same thing, to be honest. I'm going back because I have to get my other $200. But I'm just gonna eat a ton. They said I didn't have enough food in my system, so I'm just gonna eat a bunch.
Well, yeah, that will cause a problem.
Yeah,
you got to eat.
And so, or maybe I just don't have enough blood in my body, and it was just like,
yeah, you could be pretty soft. You don't work out anymore, do you?
I know.
I
need to. But that's my tragic story for the week. Also, I got poison ivy, which I've been dealing with.
Which is also kind of a weak story on your side because we both walked through that poison ivy. I pointed it out to you, and I have 0 side effects, and I was wearing shorts.
Well, you had told me that you weren't sure if it was,
right?
And then you didn't.
I walked straight through it as well, Kyle.
I know.
You know what? I have pretty thick skin, both
metaphorical.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I don't really get rashes very easy. I hardly get rashes. I never really had acne. I had a little bit in high school, but for the most part, my skin is perfecto.
My skin's not horrible, but obviously I'm prone to.
I think you're just having a tough few weeks. With the COVID, I guess months.
COVID. Now. Passing out from blood donations, poison ivy, bring it all on. I don't care.
Right. Well, good story, Kyle. Liked it. Hey, good news. I don't know if you've heard, but word says that No Ceilings, if you remember that, Lil Wayne's mixtape is dropping tonight, redropping tonight on both Spotify, I guess all streaming sites. Dude, that pumps me up, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you. I'm very excited for that. That's the best mixtape of all time.
I think so.
It might be his best album.
That's what I'm saying, brother.
And it's not even a real album. It's a mixtape.
I remember. I think that's the second or third song I ever remember of Nicki Minaj too. I'm trying to think of what the song was called, but I remember her being in that album.
Yeah, no, she totally is. I can't remember the name of that song, but I can.
It was super good. I remember there was Bedrock that she was in before that, and maybe I can't remember if Kanye's song Monster was before that or not. It was close timing, but it was one of her first two, and I'll tell you, that album is magnifico, bro.
Was it Lil Wayne who brought Nicki Minaj into the rap world?
Oh yeah. It was Lil Wayne I feel like Lil Wayne brought Drake and Nicki Minaj, right?
I know he brought Drake, then Drake kind of stole his thunder.
Right. Well, I still, both of them are top tier, some of the greatest ever, right?
Yeah.
Based off of, numbers too, not just my
100%.
opinion.
I think Drake is the most listened to person on Spotify.
Probably I don't
Apple,
know,
too.
but yeah, they're both really up there in that category, and yeah, I guess that was my point. One thing I was gonna bring up is I always thought it was really funny. Do you remember how obsessed Drake was with Nicki Minaj? He would always talk
Yeah,
about
it's
her
like
in his
their
songs,
wife.
and she never brought
No.
him back up in the songs.
Drake missed his shot, man.
He missed his shot. I guess he wasn't doing it for her.
No. Drake's not handsome, dude.
No, but he's
famous.
number one, like you said.
Yeah, he is GOAT.
He won the Raptors the championship last year, according to him.
Well, he
right?
thinks he's GOAT.
Hey,
I shouldn't say he's GOAT. He thinks he's GOAT.
Another thing I'll bring up is Drake also is who got Ninja famous. If you knew that. Ninja
What?
the streamer. Yeah, bro.
How?
Ninja was like semi famous.
Halo
but like,
player,
right. In Fortnite, he was kind of known as the best, but like,
But he got started through Halo, right?
Right.
He was good at Halo,
But-
and then went into Fortnite.
exactly. He was a professional Halo. He won national championships on his team, or not national championships, like he won
Tournaments?
world championships in
Yeah.
Halo. But getting back to the point, him and Drake streamed one time, and that's what blew everything up. And
Okay, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember that.
yeah, and then Ninja started streaming with a bunch of famous people. I remember he streamed with Chance the Rapper. He streamed with Travis Scott.
I do remember Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, which is funny. And now Ninja's worth $20 million, bro.
That's one way to get your fortune.
Yep.
Definitely.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, I think that might be my number one job of choice is to be Ninja. He plays video games all day.
Oh,
he
dude.
has no risk in any way of getting hurt. He might, get carpal tunnel. That's his risk, brother.
That isn't actually an excellent point. Can
I
you imagine?
I guess
That's a
the
great-
only thing he has to deal with, and one of the reasons why he isn't quite as psychopathic as he used to be, if that's a word.
Psychopathic as in like good at video games?
No,
Or,
he used to say some very explicit stuff.
he kinda
and then once he
censors
got
himself
famous,
now?
he can't do that anymore. There's a lot of people listening to him, and he's kind of got a little bit of a
reputation.
reputation that he's got to stick with, I guess. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Didn't he have like Ninja After Hours or something? He did for a while.
But he was saying more explicit stuff than just the F word. Like he was,
he was going
he
into
was
some
talking about people's
vulgarity.
families. He was doing a lot of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep, he was crazy back in the day.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, you've got to realize he's been streaming since he was 15, probably.
Is he our age? Is he?
He's a little older. He's probably 30 now, 29, 30, something
okay,
like that.
so he's right around our
Yeah,
age.
he's a little bit older.
Well, I'm stoked for No Ceilings. I hope that you become a famous streamer.
Yeah.
That'd be sick for you.
I guess that brings us to the next point, man.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I'm trying to find my career in this world. I mean, I know what it is. I went to school to be a software developer and web developer. Just graduated, and I'm having a tough time finding a job here in Utah per se, but I have connections in Texas. So I'm flying out to Texas in a couple weeks just to not feel myself around, but feel the city. It's not, that came out so wrong, but you know what I mean.
But so right
Feel the
as well.
city out.
Nah,
It's-
he's just going to Texas to check it out,
Yeah,
see if
check
it's
it
an
out.
availability. I
Have
hope
family
you
there.
don't stay there, honestly. That would really hurt. It would burn my heart.
I'm gonna be back. I'm just going to fill it out, maybe see if I can get some interviews, see if I can find
good luck,
a job.
man. I guess good luck.
Hey, but this podcast will
it will
remain.
continue.
There's no stopping it.
There's no stopping it, man. We're doing this for the rest of our lives, aren't we?
We have to, because that's how we record our legacy.
Our legacy, which is beautiful.
But I'll keep you updated on that. Who knows what will happen? It's not a for sure thing, but it's a thing. Anyway,
Cool.
we're gonna start up a new segment called Harry Potter Trivia Night.
I brought it up last time, man. Trivia. Harry Potter is probably the best series of all time. You know, it is. It is the best series of all time.
Oh.
And I'm a genius in Harry Potter. I know everything, and so I'm gonna let you, give me a question. Any question you want to give me, and let's see, if I can back up my knowledge, Kyle.
Okay, let me go through some questions in my mind. I thought of a few before the show because I knew the segment was going to be occurring. Let me choose one. See if I can.
You're not gonna stump me, brother. I got this. I got this. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Give it to me.
Okay. So, yeah, we're going with this one. What are the names of Severus Snape's parents?
Okay, I know this. All right, so there's definitely Prince, Eileen Prince,
because he was
the mom, Prince. Yeah, because he is the Half-Blood
Can you
Prince.
get the father of Snape?
Yeah, and I'll
give you this. He was a Muggle. He's a Muggle.
I know it. And the reason I know it is because he has I only know one other person with this name, and it's an NBA player. It's Tobias Snape.
Yep. Tobias Harris Snape, dude.
Let's go, dude. You thought you were stumping me with that.
I mean, that's kind of. I think they say it one time, maybe two times in the whole thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, dude, I'm telling you, dude. Just know. For some reason, it stuck to me, and I told you I've listened to it like 6 or 7 times in the last year.
That was a good poll.
Yeah, and my aunt's name's Eileen, so.
Is it?
It is.
Eileen Wiggins.
Yep, not Prince, but Prince was the easy part. Everyone knows it's Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. If you don't know Snape,
now you know.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, we're going to move on to the NBA kind of boycott that's going on because the playoffs were interrupted by the shooting of Jacob Blake, which re-put the Black Lives Matter movement into everybody's mind.
You know what? I don't want to get too far into this, but you know what? That shooting looked terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
I mean, I was thinking about it, and my roommate kind of made a valid point. There's been people saying that the guy had a knife or whatever and ran to his car because he said he was getting to his gun. But a policeman has a taser, man. Shoot the guy with a taser. The guy's dropping the knife. If you shoot him with a taser, like you had 2 cops as well right there, right?
Yeah.
And so, man, that's brutal. I understand like the movement right now.
I understand too. I mean, even if he had a knife in his car, you don't have to shoot him 7 times in the back.
Right?
Like, even if there was a knife, you can back up.
Shoot him in the toe.
Yeah, shoot him in the leg.
But you taser him, bro. I don't get it.
7 shots? What are you doing? Anyway, right. It's not a good look.
So, once again, I don't want to get too far into this. I don't really like going much into politics, even though politics is almost everything right now. But, I understand the movement, and I really don't want to see the NBA, halter, just because, it's honestly been so fun to watch. I love this AAU type of basketball that they've been playing. It's been really cool, and my boy Donovan Mitchell is the best player in the world right now, or at least he's acting like it.
I mean, no one's talking about it, but he sure is playing like it. And I mean, I'm glad that they decided they're going to restart the NBA. Next couple days, they said, right? So
yeah. So Saturday, I've looked. We have our games postponed to Saturday. So is it Saturday? Yep, I think we're playing Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. So we get to see Donovan. I hope he ends the Nuggets this game. We don't have to go to a game 7. I was in a dark place when they lost last game, which is fine. I know, but I totally thought they had it. They looked like they had it the entire game.
Right. You know what?
And then Jamal Murray just broke our dreams.
Jamal Murray is, when he's hot, he's Steph Curry 2016, is he not?
No, he doesn't miss.
Right. Well, and it's weird because I think I heard someone say during the game that Jamal Murray only scored over 30 points 3 times this year, and he's done it 4 times in our series.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
I mean, he's feeding off of Donovan, you can see. They're feeding off of each other. They're literally competing just against each other, and they're I don't know what's happening with Jamal, but it feels like his little step back his drive and then step back just goes in every time, and he hits it at will.
Well, yeah, he's hit or miss, man. He's either the best player during the game or the not very good. He doesn't really have an in between.
No, he doesn't.
Like Jokic has an in between. Jokic is pretty good no matter what. Like Rudy's done a great job to defend him, but he still scores his points. Yeah. It's kind of Jamal Murray's kind of throne. Because if Donovan's not playing great, the Jazz can still win.
Yep.
If Murray's not playing good, they're going to lose regardless. Is that not true?
No, it's 100% true because Jokic will get his 30.
Yeah, Jokic is getting 20 to 30 points. He'll dish off some assists, which, hey, he hasn't been able to do that very well against Rudy, the assists. Have you seen...
He can't score around the rim either, really.
And if he does, it's a tough score.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like doing it, so he's kind of just been sticking to the outside lately.
He takes a lot of threes, and he does
he's making them because Rudy would rather give him a 3 than let him do what he does inside, because that's where he thrives, is in the paint.
Yeah, and you can tell that's where he gets his rhythm.
Yeah.
When he's hitting those.
Right.
So I want to believe that the Jazz are going to pull it out in Game 6.
Well, give me
4-2.
Give me an idea. What do you think we need to do to win? Because obviously it's stop Jamal, but I don't know if Jamal's stoppable.
I think so
when he's hot.
Yeah, I think
he's quick.
I don't think we're ever double teaming Jamal.
Right.
They double team Donovan, and Donovan still gets his points.
Yeah, Donovan's obviously a better player than Jamal. Like that goes without say. Donovan is, Dwayne Wade tweeted it just the other day. Donovan is emerging as a superstar. He's not just an all-star right now. He's emerging as a superstar. He's kind of doing what Damian Lillard was doing right at the end of the season in the first game, but he's doing it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? This is Donovan's third playoff, sorry.
Yeah.
But this is his second time because his rookie season, he was also just brilliant.
Yeah, he was.
He is a great playoff player. He's better in the playoffs than he is the regular season, and you don't see that much from players, man.
Well,
that's good players that do that.
You can just tell that he loves it. He loves that.
He's hyper competitive, and he's hyper focused in the playoffs, and the guy's just a baller, man. He's just got the moves. He's quick. Dude, the most beautiful moves Donovan has is when he's dribbling full speed down the court and he stops on a dime, goes through his legs with a jumper. He hits that every time, bro.
I know. It's
nice.
It is a nice
It's
shot,
nice, man.
Which is unstoppable.
It is.
It's
because he's too quick, man.
Yeah. If you can go full speed to stop on a dime and hit an elbow jumper like that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, what lost us the game for sure, last game, was what was Royce doing? We got him a wide open 3. He hesitates, travels. Just take the shot, dude. There was nobody within 10 feet of you.
The two losses we have were just end of game mistakes.
Yeah.
Like the first loss was in overtime, and we turned the ball over 4 times in a row to start overtime.
We can't.
We just gotta execute down the stretch, man. And I don't know if giving the ball to Royce down the stretch is the right play. No, I love him.
It's not, but he had the shot. Is what I'm saying.
Know.
It wasn't end of game. There was 2 minutes left, and they were down by 2.
Right.
He had a wide open 3. Just take it, dude.
Yeah. No, I get that, but once again, it's just if we need to just get it into our playmakers' hands because they're the ones who make plays.
Yeah.
Royce is a great player. I'm not going to say anything against him. But we just need the ball in our playmakers' hands at the end of games.
Jordan Clarkson and Donovan are the biggest playmakers. They can score outside and inside at will.
Yeah.
Who else would you give it to?
Conley?
Yeah, Conley.
Conley's a playmaker.
Yeah.
I would say Ingles is a playmaker.
Yeah, he can. I feel I've never seen Ingles at the end of the game make a driving layup. He usually does those layups mid-game when he catches the team kind of sleeping. You
might be true with that. Yeah, we could use Bogey. How many game winners did he this year?
We could use some
How many game winners
dude.
did Bogle hit this year, man? Those were nice. But back to it, man. I'm trying to figure out. It's tough to say what we need to do different to stop Jamal Murray, because I don't know if double teaming him's the way to go, just because he's hit or miss. Maybe switch to double team once he's just fiery. Just because, dude, if we double team him, then we can't double team Jokic, and Jokic is more important than Jamal.
Yeah.
Jamal is more important when it comes to if we stop him, we win. But Jokic is scoring 40 points if we don't stop him.
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
Jokic is good.
And you know who else has been quietly killing us in certain points is Jeremy Grant hits threes.
That's
Why
expecting. I'd expect that.
Yeah.
I'd expect that from him. He's always kind of done. I mean, he just plays his role.
He's a good role player.
Right? He's kind of just. I mean, no one when they think of the Jazz is going to think stop Ingles or stop. Honestly, even stop Bogey. I feel like when they're thinking the Jazz, they're talking about stopping Rudy and Donovan, right?
Yeah.
Because even though Rudy's not like creating his own offense, how many dunks does the guy get every game? And that's big. Those are free points.
True. I feel like he hasn't been getting a lot of lobs lately, but
the first play of the game last game was a lob. That was nice.
That's true. That was
nice.
nice.
I feel like every game it's been a lob.
Here's the thing: the energy at the start of the game last game was so good, and I thought for sure. Anyway,
we had it.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore. We're just going to say they're winning next game.
I think they win.
Good.
I think Jamal Murray's he's too unexpecting. You can't expect him to play well. Honestly, he's played well during the series, but I don't think he's going to do it 2 games in a row. He hasn't proven to me that he's proven that he can hit big shots at the end of games.
Yeah.
But he hasn't proven to me that he has consistency in his game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I agree. They're probably going to finish it this game, but if it goes to game 7, I'll be nervous.
Yep.
Okay, just briefly, let's go through the other games that matter in this playoff series, or other series that matter.
What do you think those are?
The Mavs, Clips.
Yeah, man,
that's surprising. Clippers just took a 3-2, and they beat them by 40 something.
Right, but Luka's been hurt. Do we know how Luka's ankle's feeling now?
I think he's good enough to play.
He's good enough to play, but I think it all depends on Luka. And to be honest, like I don't think Paul George is playing that good ever again in the playoffs. Like
he had one good game,
right? You know what's funny about Paul George is he has one good game, and now he's talking about all the freaking ghosts or the ghosts in his closet and how he was not focused the first couple games. Bro, you need to win the series before you start talking about, all the support you've had for having one good game. If they lose the
series now and he scores less than like 20 points a game.
Hey, I'm pretty sure Paul George, the second to last game, when they played the Jazz in the playoffs, he went off, and then the last game he scored 2 points, and we took the series.
How do you do that? How do you score 2 points if you're one of the premier players on the team? It doesn't.
I mean, people think he's one of the premier players in the league. I think that's kind of falling off now that he's not.
He's not. He's not top 20 anymore.
He might be top 20, Kyle, but I don't think he's definitely not top 10.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a little
pessimistic.
A little pessimistic about it, exaggerating a little bit. But I've never been impressed with Paul George except for when he was on the Pacers.
Yeah, I just think he was great on the Pacers. After he broke his leg, I guess, kind of went the downfall of him. I just think he's immature, man.
He is pretty immature.
It's just like, dude, you can't have one good game and start talking about the Angels in your life now, right? You start playing good consistently.
Even make sense, dude.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what goes on in his mind?
Yeah, Clippers win that game though. I think it's over now. Yeah,
unless Luka Doncic pulls off another miracle shot.
Yeah, I just think it's over. I think the Clippers finally found their momentum and they're scary now.
Yeah, I think they're a very scary team. I never understand watching them why they're so good, because they're kind of boring to watch to me. To be honest, I don't like watching Clipper games. I would prefer to watch a Lakers game, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Lakers are Showtime. Clippers are not anything like that. Like, Kawhi's never been fun to watch. He's just extremely amazing, and he's, a top 2 player in the league.
And I get it, because Clippers have very good role players. They have Lou Williams. They have...
Paul George is now a role player.
Yeah, Paul George.
They have a top 2 player in the league and a bunch of really good players around him.
Montrezl Harrell's good. I guess they were all just good players.
And just a very average coach that somehow people think he's a great coach. I'm not going to get into that again, but Doc Rivers is overrated. Overrated.
I mean, I don't have a strong opinion on him, but I'll agree with you.
I mean, he's got his voice. I think it's almost like now he's just a voice in the league. And because of that, like...
Literally his voice, like what it sounds
it's
like.
It's terrible. I don't want to hear it. But it's almost to the point where it's like, because he won a championship, which is so weird. I mean, is Eric Spoelstra's voice to be heard now because he won too? You know what I mean?
No.
I just don't understand. I don't understand the jazz about this Celtics championship that they had 4 supreme players on their team, and somehow Doc Rivers gets all this shine. Once again, hey, let's move on. Yeah, we talked about this last week. I just don't like him.
We'll briefly talk about the Lakers then because you said Spoelstra, he won his with LeBron.
Right.
The reason he gets nothing is because LeBron gets all of that.
Right.
And same with who's it? The Cleveland coached?
Brown?
No, the
or
one
which one?
Tyronn Lue.
the like white Russian. Was he Russian or what is he?
Black.
Oh,
Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue. Okay,
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the guy before him that got fired.
No.
For Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, Tyronn Lue won it with him, right?
Yeah.
No one cares. He doesn't even have a job as a head coach anymore.
I know. I mean, LeBron handpicked him. I don't think he was a terrible head coach. He kind of looks like one of the fishes on SpongeBob, but I don't think he was a terrible head coach.
No, I don't think he was either. I'm just saying LeBron gets the shine of the championship. The coach doesn't get any credit when LeBron wins it. I feel like.
You know what? Like, what was his name? The Lakers head coach that got fired.
Luke Walton?
No.
Before Luke Walton?
Right before Luke Walton. They brought him on, and they told him all these things. He's a legend. Everyone knows who he is.
Oh my gosh, I know who you're talking about.
Right. They brought him on. They never even gave him a chance, and they just fired him out of nowhere. And I think he was a good coach, man. Byron Scott was a good coach. They just fired him out of nowhere. He didn't do anything wrong. They were trying to tank so they could get Lonzo Ball, and then when they tanked and did it, they fired him. It's just such a weird thing. With the
coaches get fired easy now. Like the Sixers coach just got fired because they got swept.
Yeah, well, honestly...
But they didn't even have Ben Simmons. They wouldn't have been swept.
Right.
They wouldn't have gotten swept if they had Ben Simmons. I don't even love Ben Simmons, but
they wouldn't have gotten swept. But that team should be like the best team in the East.
Yeah, and they're not.
They've got the talent. Mm-hmm. Without Ben Simmons, they still should be winning games. You know, so I understand that more than the Byron Scott thing because they were tanking.
Yeah.
For Byron Scott, he had no choice. He came out and spoke about it a little bit, and he's like, I don't have anything bad to say about the Lakers. Come on, I'm a Laker for life.
Yeah.
But you know, I kind of got screwed over. I was told all year long to tank, and then once we lost, I got fired. It's like, what'd you want me to do?
Obviously, the front office or whoever owns the team had something in mind,
right? I think it had to do with maybe Magic Johnson. Right, but hey, you know what?
Well, who cares?
Not worried about that. The Lakers win this next game. Let's talk more. Like, what do you think, though? Do you think the Thunder came back?
I know. What
right?
the heck?
The Rockets look terrible now, and Thunder came back, and I guess they don't look terrible. Harden's still playing well.
So it's 2-2 now.
Right, and I don't think. I think I told you right before the series, I thought the Rockets would win 4-2, but I thought it was going to be really close. Yeah. And then the Rockets dominated the first 2 games, and I kind of talked about how, I thought it was a sweep, but here we go with Chris Paul doing his thing in the playoffs, but he never can win a series, so he's just going to end up, playing well, and then they're going to end up losing.
Yeah, I think it goes Game 7, and then...
Is Westbrook back?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Yeah, it goes Game 7. If Westbrook was back, then they win 6. They win the next 2. But if not, it probably goes Game 7.
I think Game 7, and then Chris Paul chokes and doesn't win.
The problem is I don't feel like Chris Paul chokes.
His team chokes, though. I feel like...
Right, it's weird. It always has been weird because it seems like Chris Paul always has played well in the playoffs, but his teams always either, punch someone to break their hand, or they have a terrible coach named Doc Rivers and they can't win, or the Jazz are just better than them, and
That was with Gordon Hayward, dude, when they beat...
That was his last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway.
But you know what it was, though? It was Playoff Joe. Dude, Joe Johnson was so clutch in those playoffs, brother.
Forgot about Joe Johnson.
He played well, man. That was a fun series.
That was a fun series. Jazz are confusing the playoffs. They'll play really good, and then the next series they'll just.
To me, it doesn't have anything to do with confusion. It has to do with the stupid Rockets and how we can't beat them.
Can't beat the Rockets. And then we had the misfortune of going up against the Warriors.
Yeah, that was a sweep.
Sweep.
Yeah, we weren't gonna challenge them. Yeah. You know what? It's weird though, because on paper I feel like we should be able to translate against the Rockets, but for some reason we play so bad. And I mean maybe it's Rudy's just you can't have a big guy against the Rockets. You got to just be able to stretch the floor and guard the three.
Yeah, because they always have an open guy.
Yeah. D'Antoni, man, that stupid bobblehead. I hate him.
Yeah, he's going to beat us every time.
Hey, not this year.
Not this year. We don't have to play them unless we play them in the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, if we make it to the Western Conference Finals, we're going to play them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we'll beat them.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, so let's move on from the NBA. Talking about a little something else to give some nuance to this.
Right. Just kind of, the NBA has been fun, but it's kind of been like a few days with not having it. And so it's kind of like almost like you're annoyed.
Kind of forgot about it.
You're kind of just annoyed by it. Just as much like I understand the movement, but I just want to watch basketball. And so.
Yeah, I think that's the point they're trying to get across, but whatever.
Yeah, the basketball's not quite as important. I get it. And it makes sense. But me as a fan, I want to watch basketball.
Well, the hard thing is they gave it to us back for a second, and then it feels like it was almost taken away again.
Sure.
Anyway, let's move on. I want to talk about theaters coming back, showing movies again. You feel like you're going to go back and see a movie anytime soon?
Dude, it's what I've been waiting for. It seems like my whole life.
For them to come back.
Right, dude. Yeah. Movies are so like important to my life, and I've seen every movie. It seems like we need some new ones.
So Tenet, the new Christopher Nolan movie, is coming out.
I don't know much about it, but if it's Christopher Nolan, I'm in.
I'm always in for a C. Nolan movie, dude.
Dude, he's one of the best, if not the best. Batman's amazing. Yeah. Inception, amazing. What's the other? Interstellar was amazing. What's the other one that had? Yeah, Dunkirk's pretty good. Was it him that did the one with
Prestige?
Yes, that's what I was. Thank you, Kyle. Nice guess.
I snagged it.
The Prestige was also incredible. So he's done a lot of very, very, very good movies, and I'm hoping this one's going to be up there with him.
So I've listened to a couple reviews of people that have seen it, and they say it's good. Not their favorite Christopher Nolan, not their least favorite.
Okay.
But I think it's a very cerebral, like they always are, right?
Right, like Inception.
But this one is asking a lot of the viewer to kind of just accept what's happening, and then hopefully by the end you'll put it all together type movie.
That's how a lot of them have been, though.
I know, but this one, I guess, maybe is a little bit harder to follow, is what I've heard. But I am super excited because I do love Christopher Nolan. And I trust that he knows what he's doing.
Right. It's like Interstellar didn't make sense, but then once you watch it, you're like, that's actually incredible. Yeah. That's like mind-boggling, right?
Yeah.
As well as Inception and, I guess it's kind of the same way with the Batmans. They're pretty mind-boggling too.
I love The Prestige.
Oh yeah, that's mind-boggling as well.
Yeah. And you want to know something funny? I've never been able to sit all the way through Inception. I've seen it all the way, but in one sitting, I've never. What? I don't know why. I like Inception.
I love Inception.
No, I love it too. But for some reason, every time I sit down to watch Inception, I can't just watch it all the way through, and it's really weird. And that's nothing against the movie. I don't know, dude. It's something weird. I think the reason is, and this is a weird reason, is the first time I saw it, was in a drive-in theater, and
you making out with someone?
Possibly, I don't remember. It's too long ago. Don't even ask
No, this was before make out for Kyle. This was before you'd made out.
I didn't catch any of it, and I thought it was like the dumbest movie the first time because I was like, none of that made sense.
Yeah.
Dumb. I didn't know who Christopher Nolan was. This is before I knew anything about movies, really.
I mean,
and then I went back and watched it. I could never watch it all the way through, but once I made it my way through the movie, I really appreciate it. I really like it. I think it's one of his best movies.
Yeah, no, it is. And I mean, I understand 2.5 hour movies are tough for people that aren't super competent. I'm just kidding, man. No, it's a long movie. I get it. And honestly, it's kind of hard to understand.
Yeah.
And you were kind of young at the time too, so maybe that could have been a little bit of a reason.
100%.
I feel like if you watched it now, you'd probably be able to sit through it pretty easy.
Okay, like maybe I'll watch it tomorrow.
Go ahead and watch it tomorrow. I think you'll think different things of it. I think you'll actually, have a light bulb click in your head, deciding that, you have a brain.
Maybe. Anyway, do you remember when we watched we went to the theater and saw Interstellar together?
Did we?
Yeah, it was with McCall, my wife, and her sister, Gabrielle.
I think I didn't like it as much as now that
you loved it. I remember.
Okay.
And, funny story. Gabrielle was mad because you were on your phone. A lot of the
Gabrielle.
That's my
sister-in-law. Oh, yeah. She was mad because I was on my phone?
Well, some people get very annoyed by people that are on their phone in movies. But
I wasn't talking on my phone, right?
No, you were just like playing a game or something.
Oh, probably Clash of Clans at the time, right?
Anyway, I remember right after it finished, you turned to me, he's like, that was amazing. And I thought it was okay. But the second time I saw it, I loved Interstellar. Dude, I feel like
which is weird because I feel like people either think it's the best movie ever made or don't like it at all. I feel like it's one of those movies
absolutely people hate Interstellar.
It's a judged movie.
Yeah, it's because it doesn't make any sense for most of the movie.
Well, I just think it's
so weird, dude. Think about it. There's he's in a different part of space.
He's in a library.
In a dimension, and he's tapping on a wall, and dust is falling off.
Tap it in. Just tap it in. That's a movie quote for you.
Yeah, that's a good Adam Sandler.
Which actually, is going to move us on to our next section, right? Aren't we going to talk a little bit about a movie scene guessing game?
Yep. We're gonna do a new segment, movie scene guessing game.
Yeah, we're trying to add some segments in, just some fun segments that stuff. Are enjoyable. So yeah, I've chosen a movie, a little movie scene that I'm gonna put on the screen. It should be one that all of you guys know, but it's also not I guess the most popular.
And I'm gonna try to guess it.
And so Kyle's gonna try and guess it, and he'll probably get it wrong because Kyle's not as smart as you'd think, but. Really quick, I'm on YouTube, and the ad has 12 seconds left before I can play it, so bear with us.
I have a YouTube Premium. You should use mine.
Dude, I've had YouTube Premium before, and I think I stopped a couple months ago.
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube videos while I work, or listen to them.
All right,
and stuff,
all right. So I'm gonna put this on really quick, put it against the mic, and let's see if Kyle can guess it.
Okay, here we go.
Here you go.
It's a baseball movie, but I can't.
You heard
Field of Dreams?
Oh, there you go.
Got it. I mean, that's super popular. If you build it, they will come.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I know that line.
I'm glad you could understand it because obviously it's a little bit quiet, but if you build it, they will come. Classic scene from Field of Dreams, man. What a good movie.
I'm glad I got that. I would have been embarrassed if I couldn't remember.
Dude,
took me a sec.
Dude, Field of Dreams has some good actors in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's list those off. Let's give them a shout out.
The actors of Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we've got some Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some James Earl Jones. Those are the two that I know, but those are classic, actors. And I feel like that's Kevin Costner's best movie.
He's in, I think people would say what is it? The wolf one? Call of the Wild. Not Call of the Wild.
Dancing with Wolves.
Dancing with Wolves.
Yeah. I mean, he's got plenty of good movies.
Yeah, he's in.
But, dude, for me, Field of Dreams. I'm a baseball guy, though. I grew up with Sandlot. Field of Dreams, I think, is my dad's, like, favorite movie.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That seems like a Kent original, dude.
Dude, Kent's favorite movies are that and The Natural.
The Natural. Is that a... I can't picture what that is. Is that a baseball movie?
Yeah, bro.
Is that a pitcher? Is that about a pitcher?
Yeah. Yep. And then there's also the one, what's the other baseball show with the pitcher? The Rookie. That's
Rookie.
also one of my dad's favorite shows, dude.
I do like The Rookie.
The Rookie's
I'll
really
watch me
good.
some Rookie.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Sweet. Well,
hey,
that
we'll
was a
add
good
one
set.
of those.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
a
we
good
should
one,
switch
man.
off, though.
Yeah, no, we'll switch off.
Yeah.
Harry Potter next. I'll give you give you it because I'm obviously too good. You're not gonna stump me ever. I'll probably stump you next time. But movie guessing, you throw me one next week. I'm not quite as good at movies as you. I feel like movies are kind of your thing.
I'm kind of a movie aficionado. lately.
Aficionado.
I kind of said that with a little bit of a
You did, dude.
accent.
You were talking Brazilian on me, brother.
Anyway, we'll wrap it up for today. I think that was a good.
I think
episode.
It was a nice little episode. I don't think we weren't as opinionated this episode.
No,
we kind of just went through it and had a little bit of fun and kind of talked about the struggles of what's going on in sports. I think it's just, I feel like for me, I'm just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just kind of like fatigued by everything that's going on this year with COVID, with obviously, supporting the Black Lives Matters movement, stuff like that. And just like everything.
Yeah,
has just kind of been,
COVID just messed up 2020.
Right. And it's just kind of been exhausting, man.
It has been exhausting.
Yep.
Especially being cooped up. I enjoy working from home, to be honest. But
no, I love working from home. My issue is, I don't know. I don't think I've brought it up, but you obviously know this. I was sick for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had like a 6-month period where I wasn't leaving my house because I was sick.
Yeah.
And now another, 6-month period where we've been in our house because of COVID. So it's just like, it's double the fatigue for me. I just want to get the heck out of the house. Kind of why I picked up fishing,
And that would explain the fishing extravaganza.
It is,
you've been
yeah.
on.
I love it, man. I love it.
It's been good.
But, hey, let's wrap it up. I think we've kind of had a great episode. We'll bring in some more stuff next week. We'll make it a lot more exciting next week.
We're gonna try to bring in some guests,
especially when we have 2 or 3 wins under our belt in the next series.
Oh yeah, they'll be fun to talk about.
Dude, it's just gonna be easy for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna just wipe them down.
Me too. So, hey, we'd like anyone listening to show support. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, just give us a review. 5-star review if you want, but you don't have to. And you can follow us on our social medias. Instagram, I'm at kyle.norty, Norty.
I've got at Wiggins Spencer on Instagram, and I don't really use Twitter, so we'll leave it at that. But hey, it was super fun. Always fun talking to you, Kyle. Hopefully we can keep you here in Utah, though. Hopefully it's not a long distance, podcast. But if it is, we'll still do it, brother.
It will look the same. It will sound the same.
Yep.
Hey,
hasta luego. Let's keep it real.
Luego.
Peace up.
See ya.